I have been using the Aquaphor for a couple of weeks now as a moisturizer. I put a little bit on and then I let it sit for a few minutes, and then I take a warm rag and just kind of blot it off. And it's been working great. And there's something else that has been really amazing, is that normally I get a lot of little dark hairs that crop out and I have to pick them out with the tweezers. And it's usually a daily routine sitting in front of my magnifying mirror and picking out little hairs. Drives me nuts, but it's been going like that since I was in my 40s, and I'm 60 now. But I've noticed recently that I have very, very few of those little hairs left. Maybe one or two, and they're just real small and not quite as dark. Now, I don't know if it's the Aquaphor or if it's the clean eating that I'm doing. I rather imagine it's the clean eating. The Aquaphor, though, I mean, my skin is not too bad for 60 years old. The Aquaphor is really making a nice difference on my skin as far as texture, and I'm not using anything else. I haven't even been using my peptides and stuff, just the Aquaphor. And I gotta say, I really like it, at least right now on my summer skin, because I'm in the sun a lot. I mean, I'm pretty tan right now. Anyway, I really think the clean diet has a lot to do with the hairs on my face. So somebody asked me what I eat. Well, I eat whatever I want, basically, but I make it from scratch. So we don't have a lot of sugar, and we have 0 preservatives and things like that, because like last night I made lasagna. Generally for breakfast I will have bacon and eggs. For lunch I usually have what's left over from the dinner from the night before, which I make, like I said, everything from scratch. If you guys want some recipes for what I make, let me know in the comments. I'd be happy to do some recipes. You know, we'll do some cooking videos. And I love to cook, and I love to bake, and I do, like I said, everything from scratch. I made some really good crackers. I make my own pasta. I make everything, and it's not as hard as it sounds. And the other thing that I think has a lot to do with it, but I'm not a scientist, I don't know, but I get my meat from Butcher Box, and it's all natural, no hormones, none of that stuff. So it's good quality, and yeah. So again, it's making a huge difference. Normally I'll get like little hairs under here. I never used to have a mustache, but I've been getting some darker hairs in here. And I usually either wax or pluck. The ones under here I always pluck. And it's frustrating because I was at the point where I was doing it daily, sitting in front of my magnifying mirror, plucking hairs out. And of course, the older you get, the harder it is to see. So I had a lot of trouble with that. But again, you can see I did have one little tiny fine, it was slightly dark little hair under here this morning. That's it. And usually they're really, really coarse, and they're not. They're just not. So again, your guess is as good as mine, but I think it has to do with a clean diet, because we don't use any seed oils. I only cook with avocado oil. I use olive oil, but I don't fry with that because it can be toxic when you heat it to high temperatures. And I use butter and lard, and that's it. So it really makes a big difference. I feel good too, you know. I used to have a lot of stomach issues. I don't anymore. So, and even with just eating whatever, I'm still losing weight. Slowly, but I'm still losing weight. Because, you know, when we were kids, we ate whatever we wanted to. Everybody was thin. Everybody. People did not start getting fat until the 80s. Then they started blowing up like balloons, and I think it's our modern diet. But anyway, as far as the Aquaphor, yeah, I do actually like it. I have been known to spend a lot of money on products for my skin, never seeing much of a difference in anything. But this one, I actually like it. I don't feel dry after being out in the sun. And as far as my scar here from my surgery, that's looking pretty good. This is 2 weeks out, and it's doing really, really good. And I just put a whole gob of the Aquaphor on there this morning, just a little while. I just got out of the shower. But it helps to keep the scab soft so it doesn't pull and hurt, because when it gets dry, that hurts. But it's doing good. I think a few more days and this is going to be healed. Still uncomfortable, still have numbness in my hand, but I sure hope it's going to improve. I have faith. All right, so again, and I have no makeup on, but you know what? I'm going to put some on. Actually, you know, my skin is looking so decent. I think that all I'm just going to do is put some eyebrows on and a little mascara and call it good. Because it's summer, it's really, really hot, and I'm not going anywhere. I do need to get out to the store. I have other eyebrow pencils, but I really like this Lancome one, and it's pretty much gone, so I need a new one. You know what I just noticed looking in the mirror now, doing my eyebrows? I don't know if you can see it. I have very blonde hair, but my eyebrows had been starting to look pretty sparse. And honest to God, there is a lot more hair in my eyebrows right now. It's hard to tell because I just colored them in with the pencil, but let me see, where's the little spoolie? Can you see? Can you see that? They look pretty good. Not too bad for 60. This is so cheap, this little blush stick. It's that stuff that's, it's the clear stuff, and when you put it on, it turns pink. I actually really like this stuff. It says dual use cheeks and lips. I got this on Amazon because it's She Loves. I got this. I saw somebody doing a YouTube video on this stuff, and it looked fun, so I tried some. And I actually got to say, I kind of like it. I don't usually put it on my lips, but what the heck. And then again, my skin turns so red as soon as I touch it. It always has. All right. Ow, I just put my scar on the table. Yeah, I recommend highly getting some Aquaphor and trying it. So I use it underneath makeup, under my eyes, to smooth out and keep the the concealer from Getting Cakey, because I don't usually like to wear concealer, but it works because it gets so cakey and crusty looking, but it stays smooth and nice with this. Somebody said the lip balm, because it has beeswax, it keeps it from getting cracky and fills in the... I don't have a lot of wrinkles. I'm not a wrinkly person, so I don't think that is totally necessary for me. But again, I like to use concealer for the color and making it smooth under here, but it always gets so dry and gross. But this, a little bit of this under the eyes and on the eyelids, the concealer stays beautiful. Powder on it, it just stays nice. It looks really good and makes my eyeshadow stay better too. So I really like this for that. I like it for a moisturizer. I don't want to put too much on. Sometimes at night I'll put more on and leave it, but I've always got to, wipe it down because I can't stand heavy goopy stuff on my skin. But so far so good with the Aquaphor. And again, I really think it's helping this scar, so it hurts. I have a tendency to get very sensitive scars, and I get a lot of scar tissue. Sometimes I get keloids, so I thought I was going to get a keloid on this, but it seems to be going down. Oh. But I've been putting the Aquaphor on it ever since I was able to take all the bandages and stuff off, and it's really doing good. Looks a lot better than it did. All right, so yeah, again, if you want to have some ideas on healthy eating, because I think that is like one of the biggest things that you can do for your health. Get rid of the seed oils and get rid of processed foods. Foods that you process yourself, that's one thing, because you know what's in there. And generally, you're not going to have anything that you don't already have in your kitchen. I do use things that I buy, like sour cream, but right now I only get Daisy sour cream because that's the only one, sour cream and cottage cheese by Daisy, because that's the only one that I can find that doesn't have crap in it, like guar gum and all kinds of other junk. And I don't get any soy products. Because I think one of the big reasons that I was getting so much hair on my face is because there's so much hormones in all the food products that we buy. But anyway, leave me a comment down below if you want some cooking recipes. Let me know what you think about Aquaphor, if it's working for you. If you haven't tried it, why not? It's super cheap. Super cheap. And it replaces a lot of products for me. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I'm getting so close to 1,000 right now. I love it. Anyway, I love all you guys. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I will see you soon. Bye now.